Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we're looking at how a contactor works, and we're also going to be taking this contactor apart to look at all the different components inside. Now, a contactor is typically used to control power to a device such as a motor, and it's used to turn the power on and off. In a nutshell, it's comprised of a coil. You can see the contacts for the coil up here. This particular coil operates on 110 volts or 120 volts. When that coil is energized, this plunger pulls in and it causes these contacts to change state. Now this particular contactor is a three-phase contactor, so typically it's normally open. You could also get it normally closed depending on your application, but typically these will be normally open, meaning that the top and bottom are not connected unless the coil is energized. Once it is energized, the plunger will pull in and these two contacts will be connected, as well as these two and these two. So typically these will be your three phases for a motor, for a three-phase motor. And this contact here is an auxiliary contact, and you can see that this one here is normally open, signified by NO. So it will also not be connected top and bottom unless the plunger is pulled in. Okay, so let's take this apart to take a closer look. So here you can see your contacts that are being made and opened when the plunger moves. The plunger is spring loaded, so it'll spring back when the coil is not energized. Let's open one more component here. So this is the back side of your plunger, and this here is your coil. Let's take this spring out. This here is your coil. So as you can see, when you have voltage applied here, that causes this plunger to pull in, which will cause your contacts to be made. And it's not going to spring back now because I have the spring removed. So let's open this guy back up. So let's take a closer look inside. Let's take this cover off here, which has exposed our contacts here. So you can see the contacts when they're open and when they're closed. So you can see when the plunger pulls in, it creates a contact between the top and bottom terminals. If we open this up, you can see a spring and the back of the plunger. So this spring allows the plunger to come back to its resting state, so it pushes it forward when voltage is no longer applied to the coil. And here we have our coil. So you can see it's connected to these top two terminals. When voltage is applied, it creates magnetic field, which pulls this plunger in. And the force is greater than this spring, so it pulls the entire assembly in. And once voltage is removed, then the plunger pops back forward. So let's do that with this contactor that we have here. Let's apply 120 volts here. You can see the plunger pulls in, and when voltage is removed, it bounces back out. That's all for today. If you have any other questions, please send us a note. And also, if you're interested in learning more, please be sure to check out our video about how to troubleshoot a contactor. And if there's anything else you'd like to learn more about, please drop us a note in the chat. Thanks and have a great day.